Have you ever thought you knew more than you actually do? Like confidently walking into a room, declaring, "I could totally do heart surgery," just because you once watched half an episode of Grey's Anatomy. Or maybe you tried to fix your own car with nothing but duct tape, YouTube, and good intentions, only to end up needing a tow truck, a mechanic, and therapy. If you've ever felt this strange surge of confidence in something you barely understand, congratulations. You've had a run-in with the Dunning-Kruger Effect. Hello, Brainiacs, and welcome to Brainwaves. The Dunning-Kruger Effect, why we think we're smarter than we are. Section 1. What is the Dunning-Kruger Effect? The Dunning-Kruger Effect is a cognitive bias where people with low ability at a task overestimate their ability. In other words, the less you know, the more you think you know. It's named after psychologists David Dunning and Justin Kruger, who, after watching someone fail hilariously at robbing a bank because he believed lemon juice would make his face invisible to cameras, yes, seriously, set out to study this phenomenon. Their research, published in 1999, showed that people who performed in the bottom quartile of tests consistently overestimated how well they did. Meanwhile, top performers often underestimated themselves. So ironically, the more competent you are, the more likely you are to doubt yourself. And the less you know, the more likely you are to strut around like an expert. The Dunning-Kruger effect develops from a combination of cognitive blind spots, lack of self-awareness, and how our brains process skill acquisition. Here's a breakdown of how it forms and why it sticks around. Number 1. You lack the skill and the insight to see that you lack the skill. At the core of the Dunning-Kruger effect is meta-ignorance, not knowing what you don't know. When someone is new to a task or subject, they often have no framework to judge their ability accurately. Don't recognize their mistakes as mistakes. Overvalue ease or initial exposure as competence. Because they lack the same knowledge required to assess their own knowledge, they don't realize how incompetent they are. It's a double handicap, incompetent at the task and incompetent at self-assessment. 2. Confidence peaks early, before competence has time to grow. This is what creates the infamous Mount Stupid. On the Dunning-Kruger confidence curve, early in learning, confidence skyrockets with minimal experience. There's little appreciation for complexity, so everything seems simple. People feel like they've mastered something they barely understand. This early confidence creates a false sense of security, the illusion of expertise. Section 2. Why it happens. A peek into the brain. The brain is a complex, pattern-hungry machine. But it's also lazy. It wants to conserve energy. And it's constantly trying to make sense of the world using the least effort possible. To put it bluntly, your brain is like a college student at 8 a.m. It'll cut corners whenever it can. When you don't know much about a topic, your brain lacks the necessary framework to realize how much more there is to learn. This is known as meta-ignorance. You don't know what you don't know. It's why someone might think they can beat the stock market after watching 2 YouTube videos. Or why some folks insist they're better drivers than 93% of the population. More on that later. Section 3. Real-world examples. It's everywhere. Number 1. The lemon juice robbery. In 1995, MacArthur Wheeler robbed 2 banks without a mask. He believed rubbing lemon juice on his face would make him invisible to security cameras. Number 2. Talent shows gone wrong. Think of American Idol auditions, where contestants sing horrendously off-key, yet walk in like they're the next Freddie Mercury. They're not just bad singers, they genuinely believe they have talent. Number 3. Workplace Dunning-Kruger. Ever had a co-worker who takes charge but delivers chaos? Loud confidence often overshadows quiet competence. Section 4. The confidence curve. Introducing the Dunning-Kruger confidence curve. Mount Stupid. Your confidence peaks early on with little knowledge. Valley of Despair. As you learn more, confidence plummets. Slope of Enlightenment. Real growth begins. Plateau of Sustainability. Mastery achieved with balanced confidence. Everyone starts at Mount Stupid. The journey is about climbing down and earning your way up the slope of enlightenment. Section 5. Why it matters. Real-world consequences and repercussions. Personal life. Overestimating yourself can lead to poor decisions, risky behavior, and refusal to improve. Workplace. Overconfident employees might derail projects, while competent ones get overlooked. Politics and society. People with strong opinions often lack depth in understanding. This spreads misinformation. Education. Students who think they get it often skip studying, resulting in worse outcomes. Section 6. Notable studies. 1999. Dunning-Kruger study. Participants in the bottom quartile vastly overestimated their test performance. Medical students. 2006. Those with the weakest surgical skills rated themselves highest. Pew Research. 2013. People with the least political knowledge were the most confident in their views. Drivers Survey. 93% of American drivers think they're above average. Statistically impossible. Section 7. Why the smart doubt themselves. This is known as the impostor phenomenon. Skilled people often assume everyone finds things as hard as they do. Their awareness of what they don't know keeps them humble. Meanwhile, overconfident folks often lack the knowledge to recognize their own incompetence. Section 8. The cure. Self-awareness. Number 1. Embrace I don't know. It's the first step to real learning. Number 2. Seek feedback. Constructive criticism is a growth tool, not a personal attack. Number 3. Keep learning. Knowledge humbles you. It reveals the vastness of what you don't know. Number 4. Teach others. Explaining something shows you what you truly understand. Section 9. The ladder of learning. Number 1. Unconscious incompetence. You don't know that you don't know. Number 2. Conscious incompetence. You become aware of your gaps. Number 3. Conscious competence. You gain skill through effort. Number 4. Unconscious competence. You perform with ease and expertise. Dunning-Kruger happens when people mistake stage 1 for stage 4. Section 10. Spotting the effect in yourself. Red flags. You avoid questions and feedback. You think expertise is overrated. You speak with certainty despite limited knowledge. Green flags. You say, "I don't know." You update your views. You invite feedback and stay curious. Section 12. Final recap. The Dunning-Kruger effect makes the unskilled overconfident and the skilled self-doubting. It's caused by a lack of self-awareness and feedback. Real learning involves climbing down from Mount Stupid. Self-awareness, feedback, and curiosity are the antidotes. We've all had Dunning-Kruger moments. What matters is whether you stay there or move forward. If this video made you think, or cringe in recognition, you're already ahead of the curve. Ever caught yourself thinking you knew more than you did? Or seen someone else ride high on Mount Stupid? Drop a comment below. And please like, subscribe, and share this with someone who thinks they're always right. Don't miss our video on confirmation bias right here on this screen. If you already think it'll be great, you might be biased. Thanks for watching. And remember, the more you learn, the less you shout. See you next time.